Chismosas, if you guys were planning on buying tickets to Bad Bunny's residency through a reseller, I need you guys to watch this video because I've had so many of you guys asking me if it's safe, and it looks like I finally have an answer, and you're probably not gonna like it, so let's get into it. So like I said, I've had so many people reaching out to me asking me about resellers and if they're a scam and if they think that I should trust them and blah, 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 right? And I've been telling everybody, you know what, proceed with caution because I have no idea and I haven't heard any stories. But then I saw this guy pop up in my For You page. His name is Jesus. He actually just reached out to me when I was already gonna make a video about him. So shout out to him for posting this information because it's very important. So share it with a friend, repost it, do what you gotta do to make sure that other people don't get scammed. Here's a story from his perspective. He bought tickets from a reseller and him and his wife went to Puerto Rico to go enjoy it and have a fun time at the concert. He posted receipts. He got the camera that they give you and you go there in a lanyard. He got all of the goods. He even put up pictures to prove that he was there. He was already a little scared that he was gonna get scammed, but he was like, you know what, YOLO, let's do it. He went in and they scanned his ticket at El Choli and they let him in. So everything seemed to be going well. He went in, he started looking for his seat, and he looked at the numbers, and him and his wife had this number. They went and they found the seats, but there were people sitting in the seats. And you know, if you've ever been to any type of freaking concert, any baseball game, anything in the world, there's always somebody that's a dumbass that's probably sitting in your chair because they didn't check their numbers right or they just didn't like the view and they decided to take their chances. So he was like, oh, that's weird. So he went up to the lady and he was very nice about it. He was like, hey, it looks like I'm supposed to be sitting here. Are you sure that you have the right seat? And she showed him the tickets and she had the same exact seats. Now, I'm sure you guys can see where this is going. Him and his wife were super fucking confused. So they went to find an usher so they can try to figure out what's going on. And apparently it wasn't the first time that happened. The usher was like, uh-oh, it's happening again. Now, obviously, Jesus was like, oh, hell no, because he spent good money on those tickets. And obviously, he had gotten that far and he thought he was Gucci, but apparently he was Goodwill at best. Now, apparently, there was a couple of people that had the same problem. So the people that worked in Tiquetera, I'm assuming, they took all of the couples, all of the people that had the same problem, that had duplicate tickets. And essentially what they ended up doing was trying to check if they were real. And all of them were scanning like they were real. So they were like, oh, shit, I don't know what's happening here. Ultimately, long story short, it ends up that they kick out Jesus and his wife because they were like, okay, well, we don't know what's going on here. And these people arrived first. So because you were the last one to arrive, you're the one that gets your ass kicked out, which absolutely sucks. Now, thankfully, this guy was a super great sport about it, but I would have gotten into full on care mode. I would have been like, what? What do you mean, girl? I would have been like, pop, 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 you know, because that's crazy. But anyways, I digress. It seems like everybody needs to know this because they got in all the way to El Choli. And if it wasn't for the fact that somebody was sitting in their seats, they would have probably gotten their asses in there and somebody else would have gotten kicked out. So moral of the story is if you're buying from a reseller, there's a very fat chance that you may get your ass kicked out. I'm not saying this happens with everybody. I'm not saying that, but he said it himself in his story. If you guys want to watch it, go follow him, go watch his video because he explains it a lot more in detail. But this is something that is happening and people are taking advantage of the fact that this is happening. And it doesn't freaking matter that he went the days that it was supposed to be for Puerto Rican residents anyway, because ultimately it probably would have happened one way or another, even if the resellers were for the dates that were supposed to be from people that are outside of Puerto Rico. I don't know if this is going to help anybody, but at least you can make your choices based off of this and an actual account of what happened to him when he bought a reseller ticket, so you guys can proceed with caution. All that being said, I'm very curious to know if anybody else had similar stories or know somebody with a similar story. And if you guys are going and you bought from a reseller, let me know what's going on down below in the comments. And don't forget to like and follow for more gossip, chisme, and all things tea.